Russian officials, so do Russian bombs against civilian targets in Ukraine. President Zelensky is scheduled to talk to both houses of Congress on Wednesday. Former President Zelensky press secretary Julia Mendel on MSNBC tells us what we might hear him say.
He will be explaining the needs that Ukraine is extremely expecting these days.
The prime ministers of Poland, the Czech Republic, and Slovenia will visit Kyiv on Tuesday to meet with President Zelensky and convey the European Union's unequivocal support for Ukraine. D.C. police early Tuesday morning arrested the person they say is responsible for attacking homeless people in D.C. and New York City. More information would be forthcoming. Officials said the acts looked premeditated and that there was little to no interaction between the shooter and the victims. USA Radio News.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I really love this product. I really do. I do a lot of kayaking and hiking and skydiving and stuff like that. I'm very active, but I did notice that, hey, time was catching up. And, I wasn't at the stamina where I was used to. But ever since I've taken this stuff, I feel great. I've been hiking a lot and even longer than I was usually hiking before I started taking Balance of Nature. I feel like I can go on all day long. It's a great feeling. It's just stuff like out of the Jetsons, you know what I mean? Here's the pill, boom, there you go. You got all the nutrients you need.
Start your journey to better health with Balance of Nature right now. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com for more information or to place your order. Shipping is always free. And don't forget to get 35% off your first order as a preferred customer by using discount code USA.
Here's a couple.
Today in Ag News from a Southeast Ag Network, soaring fertilizer prices has many farmers concerned about the rising cost of production for many crops this year. And due to this, last Friday, USDA announced it will support additional fertilizer production for American farmers to address the rising cost. Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack said $250 million will be made available through a new grant program this summer to support independent, innovative, and sustainable American fertilizer production.
We are announcing an effort to jumpstart independent production of fertilizer made in America with innovation, utilizing and impacting and assisting sustainably active farming operations.
And during the Commodity Classic in New Orleans last week, Vilsack said recent supply chain disruptions from the global pandemic to Putin's unprovoked war against Ukraine have shown just how important it is to invest in this crucial link in the ag supply chain here at home.
I think we have to recognize that we're too reliant on outside sources of fertilizer and the ingredients for fertilizer, that we rely on countries that may or may not agree with us on a variety of issues.
Last month, USDA's Economic Research Service noted U.S. farmers use three primary forms of nitrogen fertilizer: anhydrous ammonia, urea, and liquid nitrogen. They estimated an annual price increase of 235% for anhydrous ammonia, 149% for urea, and 192% for liquid nitrogen.
I'm Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried. Everyone knows Florida grows the world's best produce. From citrus to strawberries, watermelon to blueberries, our produce growers feed our families and the world. With over $125 million in annual revenue for growers, the Fresh from Florida program helps Florida farmers stay competitive in a tough marketplace. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm this afternoon and a high of 81 to 84. Then plenty of clouds tonight with a couple of showers and heavy thunderstorms which can bring damaging winds. Low this evening 67 to 69. Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies, couple of showers and a thunderstorm. High tomorrow 76 to 84. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Tuesday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks on an overcast, rainy Tuesday. The rain is back, folks, so be careful out there on the roadways. Take a little extra time getting to and from work this morning. A guy who knows all too much about taking extra time getting to and from work in the rain. Galen, you know, out there dodging raindrops and Canadians. He's on the roadways. Brought to you by Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, Penn Flooring, and JustShip.net. You're dodging raindrops and, Canadian tags.
Well, this time of the year, it's spring break, and so the traffic is pretty light. But because it's spring break, it's a little cold and a little rainy. This is why I leave the country for spring break.
I understand.
You can't go anywhere in the state of Florida and enjoy spring break because, I'm serious. Like for the last 15 years, this has been spring break. A little cold and rainy.
And you really can't, like you said, you really cannot go anywhere in Florida during spring break and feel good about yourself because there's too many people not from Florida taking up all the beaches.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in spring break, that's usually where like last year we were in Costa Rica. I'm missing that right now. But, we do cruises or we've done the Palm Coast thing. It's always our annual vacation has always been around spring break. And early on, we realized staying in Florida is a terrible idea. It's almost the same price to get on a boat, go on a cruise, or to fly somewhere. And it's crazy. My son went to the beach yesterday. He left after an hour. He said, "Dad, there's no sun, and it's cold."
And it's cold.
Yeah.
And it's cold.
Yeah.
Hey, it is the Ides of March. It's when typically best friends or friends of each other turn on each other, stab each other in the back. So in that tradition, I'm going to point out that Galen was wrong, bad wrong, horribly wrong, but it's for the good of America that Galen was wrong. He's actually, by being wrong, he's actually helped America out a little bit. As crude prices continue to free fall, they reached a high of $137 a barrel a week and a half ago. In early morning trading this morning, Galen, I'm looking at it right now as we speak. It's down to WTI crude is under $96 a barrel. It's at $95.51. It has fallen $7.50 in early trading this morning. And Brent crude is at $99.68 a barrel. It's fallen $7.22 since early trading this morning. So you predicted it would go to $250 a barrel, and instead it's dropped $40.
Well, I may just buy more so I can even out my investment a little bit. So yeah, I'll probably do that when I get a chance today.
And now China's saying that while they would support Russia if anybody attacked Russia in what they openly saw as a threat of war, right now they're just going to sit back and see what the sanctions do and let the world sort this out is what's coming out of China. They look like that they're going to take a hands-off approach to this, Galen.
Well, I think they are for now. I think they like. Let's be very clear: the winner in all of this
is China.
It's China, right? And so they can just sit back and watch and see what happens, and I think China is smart enough to understand nobody knows history better than China, and I think China looks at this and they play the long game. They play the generational game. So I think they're just going to sit back and say, let's see how this ends up. Will this be a war that kind of takes over Europe for the next 10 years? China would love that. But again, I think the winner in all of this, if there's a winner, is Zelensky. I think Zelensky and the Ukraine and everybody has kind of put himself on the world stage. The question is Americans have a very short attention span. Let's see how much we care about this in another week. But I will say this. If I read one more article from Politico or NPR or the USA Today that nuclear war is imminent, I'm just never going to read those publications again. And it's like they recycle the same material just to see how much people they can get fired up.
I have a feeling that there's been, and I have nothing to base this on, just my gut feeling, but I have a feeling there's probably the reason you hadn't heard much out of Russia since he said all options were on the table, even the nuclear option, everything. I bet a phone call was made between the Kremlin, Beijing and the Kremlin, saying, "Whoa, tough guy, calm down. You start doing that, and we ain't helping you. We ain't getting involved with that tough guy."
But again, Putin has been the leader of Russia for 20 years,
20 years,
25 years, 20 years,
a little over 20 years.
And no one in that 20 years has ever said, "Well, Putin's a fool," ever.
No.
Right? I mean, he's a very cagey guy. I never really believed that was an option. And you may be right. China may have said, tone down the rhetoric.
Right, exactly. Tough guy, calm down.
I don't think that he was ever going to, pull the nuclear switch, because then the world's over. I mean, NATO has to respond, and they're going to.
Well, I've read.
The world is over.
I've read that the world might not be over if he uses low-range nuclear weapons just on the Ukraine, and I'm like, are you stupid? As soon as a nuclear bomb goes off, the whole world's going to react to that.
That's exactly right. That's why you have a madman with a bomb is a powerful dude.
Yeah.
That's why we don't want the Iranians to get it. I mean, look, the Iranians, if they had a nuclear bomb, they would have bombed Israel by now.
If the Iranians had nuclear capability, Israel would have been bombed already, without a doubt.
I mean, they're now, they're attacking the secret air base in Iraq. Again, and why would you want to talk to those? I appreciate talking. I think talking can help, but there's nothing to negotiate with the Iranians. Nothing. I don't know. But that's a different world.
That's a whole different world.
Screwing up.
But the whole point of this conversation was just to point out that you were wrong about the price of crude oil.
Yeah, and I was doing everything I could to deflect that. Yes, I was wrong. You're welcome. But
you were
gas
wrong.
is still I've passed 3 stations and it's $4.29.
Well, it's dropped 10 cents from a week ago at some places. Over at 326 and 326 and Old Jacksonville Road, it's down to 314.9.
Yeah.
I meant 414.9. Excuse me, not 314. 414.9.
Yeah.
And that whole 0.9 thing just is stupid. Why can't we say just $4.15?
Because then they would make it 0.9.
Because 314.9 is 315. Can we just?
Isn't that pie?
That was yesterday, pal. We're not going backwards. We're not going backwards.
I know, but never mind. That's true.
You notice how I point out dumb things all the time that just to get react. But I didn't point that dumb thing out at all yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not giving Revenge of the Nerds any kind of chance to boister themselves.
Attaboy.
So.
Attaboy.
But I just, brought this up to show you were wrong. It's me doing, self-fulfilling my need to point out you're wrong. That's all. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, good for you. If it makes you feel better, fine.
So,
You have to make me look bad to make you look good.
By the way, I don't have to make you look bad. Trust me. Okay?
That's true.
You do that all on your own. Sometimes I take credit for it. That's all. That's all.
That's right. That's right.
Oh. Yeah. Speaking of taking credit, we don't take credit. We got to pay bills with cash, and you do that through commercials. So we'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Questions you get asked every day. This is one you should not ignore. How much money in your 401k or IRA is actually yours? Not what its current value is, but how much of it will end up in your pockets, not the government's. Remember, you still might owe taxes on that money. Make sure you are not overpaying. Keep every dollar you are entitled to. Look, I know it's confusing, it's complicated, and it definitely is not fun. That's why at Pinnacle Retirement Advisors, we offer strategies to help make sure you're not paying more in taxes than your fair share. It's your money. You deserve to know what's at stake. Call our team at Pinnacle Retirement Advisors today to get started. 352-320-2060. That's 352-320-2060. Do not do the IRS any favors. 352-320-2060. Firm offers insurance services and may not give tax advice. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you suffering from neck, back, or leg pain? Go Green CBD Store can help you with holistic, all-natural, lab-tested products that help with pain, stress, anxiety, inflammation, PTSD, and so much more. We stock smokable products, gummies, chocolate, coffee, tea, even pain cream. Yes, we even have treats and oils for your dogs or cats. Go Green CBD is located in the Paddock Mall in the center court. We're open every day. Come in today for a free sample.
Are you a veteran living in Florida? Do you want to earn while you learn? Call 954-434-8220 or visit our website at nsied.org now. Are you a veteran living in Florida who wants training in farming, ranching, and allied services? Are you a veteran living in Florida who wants help with job placement? Call 954-434-8220. North-South Institute Veteran Training Program is a mix of online and hands-on in-person training designed for you to earn while you learn. Once you register for the program, you'll get a stipend of approximately $300 per month for 3 months. And you can get an additional stipend to offset your travel expenses. You can also get another $75 for referring a veteran who completes the program. If you are a veteran living in Florida, call the North-South Institute Veteran Training Program now, 954-434-8220, or visit our website at nsied.org now.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Tuesday. Galen Unall from Life South joins us. Thanks to the good folks at Penn Flooring, JustShip.net, and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. Galen, you know, one good thing that may have come out of all this gas price stuff and everything is the meme world is strong, and I'll tell you why. Somebody just sent me a meme on my text. It says, this is how high gas prices are. On the diesel, it has a picture of Willie Nelson. On the 92 octane, Cheech and Chong. The 89 octane Snoop Dogg, and the 87 octane, well, it has Hunter Biden.
Nice.
This is how high gas prices are going.
There you go.
The meme world is strong these days with the gas prices and
absolutely.
everything.
Well, and again, I will tell you, if there's one thing that the millennials have brought us is the meme.
Yes.
I mean, you know, I'm going to give them credit for that, and memes are fantastic.
And they're good at it.
The meme replaced the postcard.
Oh, yeah, and they're good at it. They're really, really good at it.
Yeah.
Speaking of really, really good, Cameron Smith yesterday. Really, really good. Opened
Did you watch any of that?
I watched it all. Watched it all. He opened his round. First 4 holes, he birdied. Then he parred number 5. Then he birdied number 6 to open up with 5 birdies in the first 6 holes. But then he went bogey, bogey, bogey on 7, 8, and 9. Come back to the field, but then regrouped at the turn and went birdie, 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 birdie on 10, 11, 12, and 13. And he wins the Players' Championship with a 13 under par. He's a Jacksonville. He lives in Jacksonville. He's an Australian native, though. And it's the 5th different Australian to win this golf tournament.
Yeah.
And when interviewed yesterday, he goes, you know, it's kind of like the same weather this time of year as Australia. The wind blows. It's amazing. You go 9,000 miles from home, and you get the same conditions and the same type of playing weather. It's something I'm used to. And so he wins the Players' Championship yesterday in very good fashion. It was good to watch.
It was entertaining, right? And I think you had, I think we all, and I cannot say that guy's name, the guy from India.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, they're waiting for him to fade. They're waiting for him to fade.
And he never did.
Handel or whatever. But he hung on. And, I think Smith just made more putts. And
well, he shot a 6 under 66. That's pretty good.
The shot, there was I can't remember if it was 16 or 14. There was a shot he made out of the rough, and I'm like, well, I think he just won it.
Yeah, when he made the shot, it was out of 16 in the thick stuff, and he put it just in front of the green.
Yeah, and in the end, it was remarkable. It was fun to watch.
And you're talking about Inaraban Lahiri.
That's it, Lahiri. So when I read it, I can't say it, but it was. I thought he did a good job. He got a nice paycheck.
$3.6 million.
Smith, and then Lahiri, I think, got like
2 point. No.
It was in the millions.
Smith Smith won $3.6 million. It was a $20 million purse. It's the largest in the history of the tour. First place was $3.6 million. Lahiri, by finishing in second place on his own, which was great with the putt he made on 18, to finish in second on his own, made $2.2 million. And third place, who was Paul Casey, brought home $1.3 million. There are tour stops that don't pay $1.3 million to the winner.
Yeah, that's right. It was awesome, and the course was just did what the course did. TPC showed up, right?
It eats you. It eats you.
And it just wears you down.
Well, that's why it's so much better in March. That's why I like it better in March than I do in May.
Agreed.
Because March, the weather plays a huge factor. The winds blow in March. In May, it's just so hot that you can't breathe hardly. But the course, I mean, you've seen that course in May where it laid down for the golfers. This course did not lay down. And by the time the rains were over yesterday, the rough in some places, 7 inches thick.
Yeah. It was, and I think people are maybe shocked, but no, that grass they put down, when you water it, it grows.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a chia pet. But again, it was a great spectacle, and boy, did they grind out. I think they played 36 holes yesterday.
Yeah, they played, well, Smith played 36 yesterday. Yeah, 35.
36.
Yeah, he had teed off on number 1, and he had finished number 1 in his third round, but that's all he got. And by the way, Lahiri, who finished second, 363rd in the world. That's all.
Oh, again, it's the players, and that's what makes the players so great. So, great golf course, great tournament. Tommy Fleetwood faded, as you predicted, and I think everybody else did too.
He's the rabbit. He's the rabbit.
And Paul Casey, I think he just loves tough golf courses. You know what I mean? I think he just enjoys really
Well, he just
hard
has that tough. He has that tough grinding attitude too.
Yeah, and I find it interesting that people from Britain cannot win that golf.
Yeah, I didn't realize that stat until the other day. That Britons had the most rounds by Britons without ever winning this tournament. No British golfer has ever won the Players Championship. I was astounded by that.
It's because that golf course is nothing they'd ever see in growing up or playing. The wind they can get used to, but
but Poulter living in Orlando as long as he lived in Orlando for over almost 30 years now. You would think Poulter would have, he's finished third there before. But his game's fading. I know.
Right? You have to be able to put the ball in the exact
Lee Westwood
right point
finished second last year.
Yeah.
So that's the closest anybody's gotten, British-wise. But Paul Casey was grinding it yesterday. But it's not like that they lost the golf tournament. Cameron Smith won that golf tournament.
No, I agree. And I think everybody was when he hit the shot on 17. I think everybody, it's
well, and he admitted in his interview when they asked him, "What was your thought process there?" He goes, "I'm gonna be honest with you. I pushed it a little. It was not supposed to end up on the right side of that flag."
Yeah, I was like, whoa. At first, I'm like, oh, he'll go for the heart of the green, 2-putt, move on, win the tournament. And the ball went, oh my! When it went, I was like, wow.
But when he got to 17, when he got to 17 earlier in the day to finish his third round, he hit it within a foot. So it's not like flag hunting wasn't something he was used to doing.
No, he best weekend of his career, no doubt about that.
$3.6 million for the win.
Not bad at all.
I mean, think about this thing. I'm looking at the Quad Cities tournament, which is the old John Deere. It's the Quad City John Deere Classic, right? $1.4 million to the winner. The winner of that tournament makes $100,000 more than third place at the Players.
Right.
That's a pretty good paycheck. It's a pretty good paycheck.
You'd rather come in the top 5 at the Players than.
Oh, of course
you want to win a tournament because you want to win because you get that exemption.
Right, but Cameron Smith now exempt for the next 5 years on tour.
I thought it was 10.
No, it's 5 years. 10. 5 years on tour. They talked about it yesterday because I thought it was 10 too. He's 5 years on the tour, 5 years exemption to the Players, and 3 years exemption to the U.S. Open, the British Open, and the Masters.
That's not bad. Not a bad day.
And you put $3.6 million in your pocket. And you get to go to Kapalua, where, by the way, he's the champion. Sure. He won that this year.
That's true. It's true.
So all in all, pretty good day at the office for Cameron Smith. And by the way, world-class mullet. World-class mullet.
Yeah, he owns it.
When he took that hat off, I went, Billy Ray wants that.
Well, but he's exactly what you would expect an Australian to look like.
He's Paul Hogan. I bet he'd say, that's not a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah, if he broke out of Foster's and chugged it while he was winning the tournament, nobody would say a word.
Nobody would say a word. If he pulled out a knife out of his, if he pulled out a knife out of his golf bag the size of his putter, nobody would care. Nobody would even think anything of it. Hey, we got to take a break.
He went in there and started slashing the rough.
Yeah, nobody would think anything of it. We got to take a break. We'll be right back more with Galen after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
As peace talks are taking place between Ukrainian and Russian officials, so do Russian bombs against civilian targets in Ukraine. President Zelensky is scheduled to talk to both houses of Congress on Wednesday. Former President Zelensky press secretary Julia Mendel on MSNBC tells us what we might hear him say.
He will be explaining the needs that Ukraine is extremely expecting these days.
The prime ministers of Poland, the Czech Republic, and Slovenia will visit Kyiv on Tuesday to meet with President Zelensky and convey the European Union's unequivocal support for Ukraine. D.C. police early Tuesday morning arrested the person they say is responsible for attacking homeless people in D.C. and New York City. More information would be forthcoming. Officials said the acts looked premeditated and that there was little to no interaction between the shooter and the victims. USA Radio News.
If you're like most Americans, you're pretty much in disbelief with what's going on in the world. As we all know, global problems are having local consequences. Too many of them. And if the peanut butter really hits the fan, are you ready? Grocery store supply chains are only as strong as their weakest link. Don't wait for them to break. Now's the time to secure emergency food for everyone in your family. My Patriot Supply is America's largest preparedness company. Our specially packaged and delicious food stays fresh for up to 25 years in storage. It'll be there when you need it. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and pick up several emergency food kits. There are a dozen different sizes that average over 2,000 calories per day. Our food kits will ship quickly and discreetly to your door. Having food storage in your home beats government food lines hands down. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today and prepare for what's coming. mypatriotsupply.com.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Everyone knows Bob Wines is famous for plants and trees and everything garden, especially his world-famous camellias. That's why it's been called Bob Wines Camellia Gardens for over 70 years. But look around. There are lots of other specials and deals like you won't find anywhere else. Bob has top-quality red garden mulch. Get 3 big bags for just $12. Or his famous no-float pine straw mulch, a huge bale for just $5.99. Inside the greenhouse, all Woodstock chimes are 10% off. Plus, all the fertilizers and the stuff you need to make your garden grow in one place and priced right. Don't forget, you buy 1 tree at Bob's low price and get a second tree just like it for half price. Go ahead, look around at all the color, then check out the exciting things happening for spring. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, Southeast Ocala, 38th Street, in the same blooming place for 70 years.
On Saturday, March 19th, the University Air Center will host the Gator Fly-In and Armed Services Appreciation Day. All branches of the military are invited, alongside civilian and law enforcement pilots, to display their aircraft. Vote for the best civilian aircraft and People's Choice Aircraft Contest. Admission and parking are free. There will be helicopter and airplane rides, food trucks, and live music for all to enjoy. Again, that's March 19th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the University Air Center, where you can fly easy from Gainesville nonstop to Atlanta on Delta Airlines, Charlotte, Dallas, and Miami on American Airlines. Enjoy the fly-in, and remember, you can easily fly in and out to 343 destinations around the world in one stop on American and Delta Airlines. Enjoy the Gator Fly-In, and remember to fly easy, fly Gainesville.
New arrivals and new savings are waiting for you at Blockers Furniture. With over 80,000 square feet of the best selection and best prices you can find on furniture, mattresses, home accents, accessories, and more. And with new trucks arriving weekly, Blockers has the best available in-stock selection. Unlike many other furniture companies that will have you waiting for months to get what you want or need, come see everything that Blockers has to offer. Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, next to Hobby Lobby.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Tuesday. Tonight are play-in games into the top 64 in the college basketball tournament. The tournament gets started on Thursday with the round of 64. And, I can honestly say, Galen, for the first time in a very long time, I have paid almost zero attention to basketball this year and have no idea. I know Gonzaga's really good, and I know Auburn's okay, and I know Tennessee's pretty good. Other than that, I got nothing. So help me out. How's this shaping up as a tournament?
Well, I think you just nailed all the top guys.
Defending champ Baylor, I guess, is the number one seed. Kansas is the number one seed.
They are number one seed. Yeah. For me, it always begins to get interesting on Thursday. You start to watch, and you look at those matchups that look kind of interesting. I'm working on my bracket today, so I'll have a little more. But there's some teams that are coming in red hot. I mean, Virginia Tech's hot. You've got to just find a horse, and I haven't gone through all the bracket yet, but I'll have a better idea tomorrow. So yeah. I mean, there are some teams I really love right now on paper, but I don't know their full matchup. I mean, I like Auburn a lot. I think they're a tough team. I think they're tournament tested. I think Tennessee is very, very, very good. And then you get into the UNCs of the world. Can they get some magic going and get hot? That's the real question, right? So, but Gonzaga's the best team in the country.
There's
no doubt.
And they're the number one overall seed. They're the number one overall seed.
I was just going to say that the reason I paused is because they don't play in the same conference as the SEC. They don't play in the same conference as a Kansas, who's also a number one seed. I really like the Baylor. They play an okay conference, but don't be surprised with a team like Wisconsin comes out and really shakes some people up. Even though they're a 3 seed. So, there's some people that can shock somebody. Villanova. I really got to break down the bracket. I haven't really figured out. And then somebody's going to get upset. You know that. And then somebody's going to get red hot and be the underdog.
Well,
that's why you'll start watching the tournament on Friday.
Of course.
Saturday.
Midwest region has Kansas as the number 1 seed. Auburn is the number 2 seed. Wisconsin is the 3 seed. And Providence, Billy Donovan's old place, as the 4 seed. The South has Arizona as your number 1 seed, Villanova at 2, Tennessee at 3, and Illinois at 4. The East has Baylor as the 1 seed, Kentucky is the 2 seed, Purdue is the 3 seed, UCLA is the 4 seed, and then out west, the number 1 overall seed, Gonzaga, with Duke as the number 2, Texas Tech is the number 3, and Arkansas is the number 4. When you hear those top 4 like that, I'm thinking that, I don't want anything to do. If I'm Baylor and I know I got Purdue and Kentucky on the other side of the bracket, I'm not looking forward to that bracket.
No, but it's not the bracket of death, but it's pretty darn close. There's again, I really need to get into it today, but I think, like a San Diego State could do some damage, because I love San Diego State. They're very, very good this year. We'll see. I haven't broken down all the brackets yet. I don't have them in front of me.
Baylor could.
Who is in Kentucky's or Auburn's? Give me Auburn's bracket for the first.
Auburn plays Jacksonville State, and then they play the winner of USC Miami.
Yeah, see, to me that's a good matchup, because I think I'll probably take USC over Miami. I just don't think Miami's consistent enough. And then Auburn beats whoever wins, right? So Auburn's going to come out of that, get to the Sweet 16.
And then the other bracket.
You have to look at this, right?
Right.
You can't just. You have to look at the matchup.
And the other bracket on the Auburn side is Colgate faces at 14, faces number 3 Wisconsin. Then you got number 5 LSU. Number 6 LSU at 11 Iowa State.
And I like LSU too.
So.
Oh wow, LSU, Ohio State.
No, Iowa State.
In the same bracket?
Iowa State.
Oh, Iowa State.
Yeah.
I think Iowa State's probably better than Ohio State this year. I'm kidding. No, because I think Ohio State's like in the top 20.
But
no, I think LSU can come out of that bracket. I love the way LSU plays.
I don't think they can beat Auburn. I just don't
game.
think they can beat Auburn.
Well, they got to get to the other side, right? That's in the Sweet 16. I'm just saying out of that. They
right.
Get out of that bracket.
Yep.
That's
and
all
then,
you're doing. It's bracket play.
And then on the other side of that bracket, you got Kansas with the play-in game. They get the play-in team.
Yeah.
San Diego State and a team that is a trivia question for me. I love this trivia question when I say, in what state is Creighton University located? And everybody always puts Massachusetts because it's in the Big East. It's in Nebraska, I know. But a lot of people will, because it's in the Big East, they think it's part of the East Coast, having no idea.
Well, then they don't pay attention to basketball.
Right, having no idea it's in Nebraska. They're the 9 seed. They're the 9 seed against number 8 seed, San Diego State.
That's a rough matchup.
Then you got here's the 5-12. Here's the 5-12 you could look at. The Richmond Spiders at 12, and the Iowa Hawkeyes at 5.
I love the way Richmond runs. You want to watch an entertaining game?
Richmond's a good basketball team.
Boy.
And you know how 5-12s are. One of the 5s is going to lose. It's a guarantee.
Sure.
One of the 5.
But Richmond just runs the floor.
So let's look at this. Here's the 5-12 matchups. Tell me who has the best chance of winning as a 12. Iowa at 5, Richmond at 12. In the South, you got Houston at 5, UAB at 12. In the East, you got St. Mary's with the play-in game. And I don't have the play-in games in front of me. Somebody's going to be a 12 in that game. And then in the West, you got Connecticut and New Mexico State. Who are the play-in games? Let me look at the play-in games.
UConn will beat. I'll take my San Diego State. Great campus. Wow, what a beautiful campus that is. First of all, it's in the prettiest city in the world.
Where is the play-in games? I'm not seeing them here.
No idea.
Opening round. Here we go. Here we go. The opening round game. So St. Mary's will have to play either Indiana or Wyoming. So
Indiana had a rough Big Ten conference. They took a really bad loss in that game, in that tournament. I think that could be a shocker. Indiana loses in that to a play-in team.
Yeah, Indiana and Wyoming are the play-in 12s. Yep. Oh, man, and the play-in 11s are Rutgers and Notre Dame.
Yeah, I knew that. But I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about Wyoming. Yeah, I don't know. I have to break that down. But right now, I'm going with my San Diego State. Is that game on Thursday or Friday?
It's on Thursday. Let me look. San Diego State. Hold on. San Diego State. Where'd it go? It was right. Yes, on Thursday at 7:30 on True TV.
Oh, gee.
Let's take a phone call real quick. Good morning. Well, they hung up on me. I was going to them, and they hung up. So, but I still think
San Diego State's got like I think into this.
You're breaking up on us. You're breaking up.
Well, we're all breaking up.
I still think the best 5-12 matchup for a 12-5 to lose is Richmond, Iowa.
I agree. I just because of the way that Richmond plays, full court. They like to run. I don't know if Iowa State's faced that. I don't know much about that team.
Yeah, Iowa's a pretty good basketball team, but I don't think they beat Richmond. I just don't.
I haven't done my research yet. That's today. I'll do that this evening.
Just my
I was
gut.
not prepared for this.
I will tell you this:
assignment.
Gonzaga is going to run Georgia State out of the gym. I will tell you that.
Well, you know, it's great for Georgia State to even be there.
Right.
Yep.
Hey,
yeah.
Speaking of great,
and by the way, if they can win,
yep.
If or not win, but if Gonzaga wins a national champion, they can say, yeah, we played against the national champions.
Speaking of great, it's great that we have a whole lot of new partners, so we have to take a break to get them in. You're listening to Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant, a true New York-style diner in Ocala. Try our breakfast special of 2 eggs served with home fries or hash browns and toast for just $4.49. We have an all-you-can-eat catfish special daily for $14.99, and Thursday through Sunday we have prime rib. Happy hour for food starts at 2 p.m. The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant is located at 5400 Southwest College Road in the Heathbrook Commons Plaza. Open daily from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. We will see you soon.
Hey there, Congresswoman Kat Kamak here, your conservative voice in our nation's capital. I'm so proud to be an advocate for the over 65,000 veterans here in North Central Florida. The new Ocala VA Clinic is now open, providing important primary care and specialty services. If you're a veteran in the Ocala area, thank you for your service. Feel free to get in touch with our team by visiting us online at camac.house.gov. I'm Kat Kamak, and it is my honor to serve you.
This ad is paid for by official funds authorized by the U.S. House of Representatives.
Hey, folks, you got to check out the big things happening for spring at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Thousands of new and exciting plants and displays and a new, much larger garden decor section. It's all happening right now at Bob Wine's. You won't believe the specials awaiting you. Camellias are blooming in all their glory, and you can join the club with Bob Wine's heirloom camellias for as little as $19.99 and a whole range of colors. How about a gigantic tray of spring annuals, regularly $2.99 each, but you can get this tray of 35, mix and match them for just $35.99. Everyone wants herbs, and Bob has them, hundreds of herbs, your choice, just $1.99. Check the big color ad, then head on out to Bob Wine's on Southeast 38th Street, open daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place for 70 years.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Hi, I'm Ryan Chamberlain, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of TPN. TPN is the new alternative to Facebook for those that are tired of being censored, the lack of free speech in our great country, and are looking to share your ideas, passions, dreams, and opinions on a platform that's filled with folks just like you. If you're looking to network and build relationships with those that value faith, family, free enterprise, and free speech, then TPN is your solution. TPN is where all voices are heard and where you can fight back against big tech. Go to www.gettpn.net/radio to download the app now. That's gettpn.net/radio.
It's bow time. Ever taste something so good you just get hooked? Like the Bojangler. The only fish sandwich splashed with Bo's famous seasoning. So we're having a fish fry, Bojangles style, spicing up premium fish fillets with the good stuff and slathering them with melty cheese and tangy tartar sauce to hook your taste buds with just one bite. Reel in a Bojangler today, only at Bojangles.
Catch the Bojangler at 4828 Southwest College Road here in Ocala.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. We wrap up hour number 1 of the show. Galen Unall from Life South joins us every morning thanks to the good folks at Penn Flooring, Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, and JustShip.net. Galen, we move on from the brackets and talk Major League Baseball. And it looks like, if you believe the news, that Freddie Freeman's days are done in Atlanta, as the Major League, it was announced last night that the new first baseman for the Braves, former A's slugger Matt Olson, is now an Atlanta Brave. I just don't see room for 2 starting first basemen.
Well, unless they do a rotation and one of them becomes a DH. I can't believe they did this. I know this hurts you. I mean, I think Freddie Freeman was probably the fans' favorite.
Oh, yeah, he was.
For the Braves. I don't even think it's close. Shocking is what I would call it. Shocking.
I can't believe that they didn't wait until Freddie either announced that he was going somewhere else. But I guess this popped up, and they had to take this deal. But now the latest on Freddie Freeman is the Red Sox are now in the mix.
And I'm happy, because what we need is a first baseman with some power.
And he's got it.
Pop. And because we don't need him at the DH, we need him at first base. So we struggled there last year.
I'd rather see him go to the Red Sox than the Yankees.
Left-handed bat.
I'd rather see him go to the Red Sox than the Yankees.
He's not going to the Yankees. He's not going to the Yankees. I mean, he's just not. But God, I hope he doesn't. So yeah, I'd love to see him there. I don't know if this Red Sox team really wants to win yet. I know there's a lot of rumors out there, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Well, the Yankees traded for Josh Donaldson, so there's their power guy. Freeman's going to command about $25 million.
They got rid of Sanchez, right? They traded Sanchez yesterday. Let's see what happens.
Freeman's going to get about $25 million a season on the open market, which is why when they say the top 5 teams, according to MLB Network, the top 5 teams in the lottery for Freeman, because they take the Braves out now because of the signing of Matt Olson, they have the Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers, Blue Jays, and then a team that I don't understand how they're in the top 5 mix, because they don't spend $25 million hardly on a roster, the Tampa Bay Rays.
It's kind of sad. But the Rays may do it because that may be the guy that gets them over the hump. That's not a terrible idea if you look at it.
No, but they don't spend. They barely spend $25 million a year on a roster.
Yeah, but you got a guy who's very, very marketable. And will that bring people to the ballpark? Will that get people to tune in? Maybe. I don't think. Don't take the Braves out of that.
The Rays, you mean?
The Rays.
Yeah, the Braves. He's not going to play. He's not going to play first base. He's not going to DH for the Braves and let Olson play first base. So he's not coming back to the Braves, which just upsets me. But it is what it is.
Sure.
Because Matt Olson's younger. Matt Olson's younger by about 6 years. He's a hard-hitting first baseman. It was a good pickup trade for the Braves, but the franchise guy was Freddie Freeman. Although now the franchise guy squarely on Ronald Acuna's shoulders now, if he can come back from the injury, the season-ending injury, right?
That's correct. If he could stay healthy,
right? The Braves have clearly said the younger guy is where we're going to build our team. But can Acuna Jr. stay healthy? That's the question.
That's exactly right. And that's a big if, isn't it?
It really is.
You know, when you come back, you're never the same. You know, it takes a couple of times.
Well, and he just plays unabandoned, too. When you play unabandoned like that, you're going to get injured.
Yeah.
Ask King Griffey Jr.
Well, and you get nagging injuries. You'll get muscle tears or pulls or, you know, because you're compensating for the knee. And, you know, maybe his shoulder hurts because he hasn't been working it out right. Let's see. It'll be an interesting year for him. It really will.
It really will. And the Pittsburgh Steelers announced that they have went with a very high draft pick as their next quarterback. They have signed out of Chicago. By the way, I live with a Chicago Bear fan, my wife. Good riddance is what Chicago fans are saying. Mitchell Trubisky goes to Pittsburgh. I think Chicago got the better end of this deal.
I think whoever didn't get Mitchell Trubisky got the better end of this deal.
There's 31 teams that did a good job, and then the Steelers.
Well, it's another example of a guy who just everybody falls in love with during the draft because there's such a shortage of them. You know what I mean?
There's only 32 starters in the entire world. Only 32 starters in the entire world.
He shouldn't be one of them.
No, he should not. But tell me a backup that's better than him.
Jameis Winston.
Mitchell Trubisky doesn't throw even numbers of interceptions and touchdowns.
Well, last year he had a better year.
Remember, Jameis was a 30-30 guy when it's not good to be a 30-30 guy.
That's true. That's true. There's a bunch of guys that I would rather have than Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah. I'd rather have the guy from the Buccaneers.
Kyle Trask. Yeah, exactly.
Kyle Trask. Yeah.
Trubisky had that great combine, and so it made his draft status go up.
Correct. That's all it is.
And he never proved to be that good. Now, a lot of people say, but what did the coaching staff and they coached him up? No, I just don't think he's that talented.
I would take Simeon. I'd take Garoppolo. You know,
Garoppolo's a starter, though.
I would take he won't be next year. I'd take Dwayne Haskins, Colin Kaepernick.
There's a guy who's training.
Who else can I go with? No, he's not. Teddy Bridgewater, not a backup either, but yeah.
Would you take Would you take Cam Newton over him?
No, Cam Newton's done. Cam Newton's done.
So there is somebody Mitchell Trubisky would start over.
Correct.
Yeah.
How is he still in the league?
How'd he get in the league? And by the way,
he was an MVP.
Former MVP of the league.
Yeah. No. He used to be very, very good.
I think he caught lightning in a bottle one year is what it was.
Well, but no, you look at his career, he's had more than one good year.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
I respect that. But you can't say he doesn't have a lot of talent.
No, very talented. And, at one time, Urban Meyer had 2 Heisman Trophy winners and the Scholastic High School Player of the Year all under scholarship at the same time.
Pretty remarkable how far the Florida Gators recruiting has fallen.
How crazy is that? At one time, Urban Meyer had Tim Tebow, Cam Newton, 2 Heisman Trophy winners, and John Brantley IV, the Scholastic High School Player of the Year in the country, all in uniform and under scholarship. And
it's remarkable. Is what it is.
It really is. And how far the program has fallen from there. It's really, really remarkable. Hey, what is remarkable, too, is giving blood. It's a remarkable thing to do. Tell people where the blood mobile is so they can come do that remarkable endeavor.
Hey, today we're going to be at the Bells in the Villages, but also we're going to be at Lake Waldena Resort. So check us out there. But as always, we're right on the boulevard, 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. LifeSouth.org. Check us out. Give the gift of life. Donate blood.
Galen, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hi, all.
We'll be right back with Master Gardener Kellyanne Baldwin after this timeout on The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
A suspected serial killer and shooting of homeless people in New York City and Washington, D.C. was arrested early Tuesday in the Capitol. Police say he is currently being interviewed at their homicide branch, and additional information will be forthcoming. They'd also like to thank the public for all their tips. With gasoline prices in the United States hitting all-time highs since President Biden's self-proclaimed war on oil, inflation, which polling shows to be Americans' top concern, is also now at a 40-year high under the Biden administration. In an attempt to curb inflation, the Federal Reserve is expected this week to begin raising interest rates for the first time in 3 years.
Rationale is going to be that the feds are indeed going to have to continue to stay on track to some extent with their rate increases, although they may just do that a little bit more slowly.
Matthew Johnson's the owner of Johnson Wealth on TD Ameritrade Network. USA Radio News.
We're out of the brand name, but we do have the generic version of
Serene's Pharmacy can't keep up with allergy season.
Who's next in line?
They need certified technicians to alleviate the headache.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry for the wait. We'll have your prescription filled soon. I need some help.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You've heard us talk about the luxurious Giza Dream sheets from MyPillow. Well, now they're on sale, 60% off, as low as $39.99. Lots of other overstock items and a free copy of Mike Lindell's book, What Are the Odds from Crack Addict to CEO, with any purchase, but you've got to use my promo code USA. Go to MyPillow.com, the Radio Listener Square, use my promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. The antitrust litigation in the peanut industry has approved a total amount of funds of $102 million from 3 different shellers charged with price fixing on some peanuts. A portion of that settlement was used by the settlement administrator to administer the notice program, and the remainder of it was to be available for distribution to class members. Recently, some farmers may have received an email or letter regarding an antitrust litigation notice. Do not disregard this notice. If you previously filed for your claim in 2021, then you must submit a W-9 by March 31, 2022, in order to receive funds. The notice was sent to farmers or entities who sold raw, harvested runner peanuts in the U.S. to Birdsong Peanuts, Golden Peanut, or Olam Peanut Shelling Company from the time of 2014 through 2019, December 31st. The full notice regarding the proposed settlement is available at www.peanutfarmersantitrustlitigation.com.
Attention farmers, you could be eligible for technical and financial assistance under a program offered by the Natural Resources Conservation Service. The Conservation Stewardship Program is now accepting applications. To learn more, visit your local USDA Service Center.
I'm a botanist, I'm a scientist, and an activist. I'm a mechanic, I'm a caretaker, a hay raker, I'm a miller, a tiller, and a grain bin filler. I'm a farmer. But the most important handle I ever had is Dad.
You're a parent first, farmer second. Do all you can to make your farm safe for children. Visit cultivatesafety.org for help protecting the most important thing you will ever raise.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm this afternoon and a high of 81 to 84. Then plenty of clouds tonight with a couple of showers and heavy thunderstorms which can bring damaging winds. Low this evening 67 to 69. Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies, couple of showers and a thunderstorm. High tomorrow 76 to 84. From the